the beginning of the season, there was the North Division, right? All the Canadian teams in one division, and we all knew the Leafs were going to win. I think everybody and their mother knew the Leafs were going to win that division. But when it started, the Habs were playing pretty damn well, and it was because of a lot of pickups they made in the offseason, the Toffoli's and the Andersons and whatnot. Are you surprised now to see how well they've done come playoff time? Or looking back on it, do you think maybe like, oh, wow, this team was kind of built for the playoffs all along?
Yeah, I do. And I think that's the problem between the Leafs and Canadians. When you look at the Leafs, it's great to have scoring with Marner and Matthews, but where's the grit? Like, you look at some of the guys on the Canadians, right? They have Gallagher. He's a little guy. He's a pest.
Yeah.
You need players like that. Like back in the day, guys, Claude Lemieux. Like, you need these type of players. Montreal, too, the veterans that they went to pick up, and it's nothing against Joe Thornton. He used to watch our show, like, back at the score, and I love the man. But, you know what I mean? It's like, what's he really going to do to bring the Leafs to the next level? But you bring in Stahl and you bring in Perry. These are guys, they play for Team Canada, too. They've also won cups. These guys have been there, done that in big situations. And Bergevin, the general manager of the Canadiens, did a great job. He built this team for the playoffs. And let's remember, when you look at the schedule, guys, excellent point. Steve, I'll say you guys, at the start of the year, they were on fire.
Yeah.
And then things went kind of weird. But they also played a lot of games and a lot of time, too. They dealt with their COVID issues and stuff. People forget that about Montreal. And then once the playoffs started, they actually had time to get acclimated and work. And they just got better and better and better. That's the one thing about hockey compared to other sports. You can really ramp up, and you got a goaltender in Carey Price. You got big defensemen, Edmondson, Weber, all these guys. That's the difference. Like, look at the Leafs defensemen. Morgan Riley's a great offensive defenseman, but who's going to kill you? They're not tough enough. That's the problem with the Leafs. They have a lot of skills, but they got to go in there. And I disagree with Dubas, the general manager. I get it. He's like, I love analytics. Like, yeah, you got to look at analytics when you're betting and stuff, but you need the eye test too, guys. It's two things. You got to go old school and new school. I'm not saying don't look at it, but some of these analytics guys, face-offs don't mean anything. What, are you stupid? It means everything. 3 goals the last game are scored off face-offs. Like, are you nuts? Have you ever played the game? That's the thing. Analytics guys look at possession, but is it important puck possession, right? Instead of just guys on the outside. You have to see the full picture, and you guys know that, right? Like, you got to take some numbers, but you also have to have the eye test, and the Canadians, they pass the eye test really, really well, and I think it's going to be a great game tonight, guys. A lot of people are talking under. I had a dream. Sometimes my dreams are pretty stupid. Like, I dreamed Tua Tagovailoa was going to the Detroit Lions in a dream, and I really believed it. Brent's like, that's a pretty crazy dream there, Cam. I go, no, I dreamt it. Like, I actually visualized it. Didn't happen, but, it was interesting. But I have a dream of a 4-3 final. We've been pretty close. Vegas in overtime tonight. I think it actually goes over the number. We've been riding the unders, but tonight, it's hard for a goaltender, too. Look at Fleury. You're a Quebec guy. You go back home. That's pressure, man. I think these goaltenders actually, even though there's not as many fans, but 3,500 Canadian fans are Wild fans. And I think we're going to have a couple greasy, squeaky goals tonight. And I see like a 4-3 Vegas overtime win. I think it's going to be a thriller tonight. I usually take unders, but I'm on the over tonight.
Do you worry about the travel for Vegas at all, Cam?
Yeah, good question. That's the thing. Like, people are like, oh, yeah, the North. Yeah, look at what the North did. Toronto has to fly to Edmonton to Ottawa. Like, these guys are flying all over countries.
That's a great
point. What did Vegas have? Oh, we're going to go see S.J. Sharkey, Anaheim, Phoenix. Who cares, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing. These guys, it's actually crazy. Now you got to go into Canada and deal with COVID protocols, too. Trust me, I've been living in a personal prison for a year and a half. I got a horrible haircut. I'm going nuts. Like, I'm telling you, man,
it's
there's
not
nothing
horrible.
to do. I go outside and just go, wow, I can't do this and that. I just sit outside, have a smoke, whatever. Oh, okay. Go grab a wedge, and I go to the park. I'm like, wow, I'm having fun. Look at me. I'm hitting a golf ball in a park. And they just opened golf courses a couple weeks ago. Like, what the hell is our country doing? I see people in Florida rolling around at keg parties.
That's why I got the hell out of there in September, Cam.
What's happening here, guys?
I got the hell out of there in September. I'm fucking
Can I move to Indianapolis?
Hell yeah.
Take me, fellas. I want in.